Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to York City, where 3 games have been played since the 1-0 Halifax and 1-all Mansfield. As we've had a lot of draws this season, I think that draw possibly is the best of the lot. Away from home at a team near the top is the least disappointing draw, anyway, considering some of the others. Now, speaking of draws, a sort of disappointing one. It is away from home at Burton, who are in the same league as us now, but of course they are League One in real life currently. I'm not sure how comparable their current team is to their current team in game is to their current in real life team is, but they're not faring particularly well in the league. So a draw at 90 minutes wasn't the greatest. We did have to come back into it as well. And our best penalty taker missed their penalty. Ivo Suarez has the highest penalty taking rating, and of course he misses. So that's what's happening in this year's game. It's not the first penalty that will always miss. It's whoever your best penalty taker is. That's something that's happened across multiple teams this year. And it's a little annoying. What's also annoying is giving away penalties to teams that we are notoriously bad against in the past. Small's not had the best of times in these episodes. He's given away the penalty in this particular one, and they scored it, and then they scored from a set piece as well. So penalty and a set piece conceding. Yeah, we're still rubbish at set pieces. It's not brilliant on that front. Gonsalves got one back, his first goal of the season, and I'm not entirely certain, might be his first goal ever. No, he did score once before, but he got one back, and Bennett continues to be a complete non-entity when he plays. So I promised I'd sell him, and well, that's so annoying because Swindon actually came in for him for reasonable money, and he rejected them, and now he wants to leave. So wish you made that choice a couple of months earlier, and then we could have been rid of you. And then Smallwood's malaise continues in this particular one as he did a 2-footed challenge, the idiot, and got himself a straight red. Thankfully, Lopez bailed us out on the 91st minute. Thank you, Lopez. I still love you. You're starting this next one, which is against Bristol Rovers. Now, of course, it says we've played 3 games against them, but one of those was a friendly the season that we were in the Vanarama. And in that one, we trashed them 5-0. But it is a friendly, so I'll take it with a pinch of salt because we lost to them both times in the league last year. Revenge time! And of course, that's what today's episode is all about, is teams that we've kind of struggled against historically. Wimbledon is now part of that. God damn you, Wimbledon. But the best news of all is, apart from kind of the bench a little bit, we get to go full strength on the actual pitch with our first 11. Which is brilliant news, really. Feist, Hamill, Amanquad, Tavares and Clark on the back line. Smith in goal. He was out for that penalty shootout leasing.com situation, so that might be part of the reason why they scored all 4 of their penalties. Dean, Nissel, DK in the middle, Genie and Litau on those positions, and Lopez is up front. Welcome back to the first 11, Lopez. Yeah, Morgan just hasn't scored in about 3. He still has 12 goals for the season, but he just hasn't scored in about 3 games now, so I'm just going to let him step out of the first team just briefly, particularly against a team away from home that we've not done very well against. I would like that experienced goal scorer. I say experienced, he's still only 22. I have to say, what a fall for Colin Quainer. Was with Premier League Huddersfield when they were there, and now he's plying his trade in League 2. Oh dear. Admittedly, his stats in the game do back that up a little bit, but still, faith, as I always do. One day that will actually not be effective anymore. Thankfully, not yet. Finally, a highlight after 18 minutes. I just sat there in complete silence for those first 18 minutes, and what a scintillating highlight that was. I'm so glad they decided to bring us that one. I do hope that's not as symbolic of the game to come. Litau, though, charges forward. He's got past 2 people at the same time. DK's made a mug of number 4 there and scored. What a brilliant goal from DK. Yeah, I'm going with DK. I might change his name at one point. Just not yet, though. Just fully expect that one episode you'll just arrive and his name will just be DK rather than Guerre Casambia on the overlay. Well, actually, he phases through number 4. Doesn't even make a mug of him. He just uses superpowers. Friggin' X-Man over here. Feist, Hamill, though. Lopez. Dean. Feist, Hamill. That's... Oh, it's fun to Litau, but he's giving that back to Clark, who whips that in. Lopez is headed over. Great. Great movement from us, I have to say, in that particular movement there. Obviously not brilliant defending on their part, but the instinct of our players there was brilliant. Literally nothing else has happened in that entire half, but we go into the break 1-0 up away from home, and actually, home teams in general not having the greatest. I can only assume these 2 players ran into each other, considering they were injured at the same time. But yeah, Stevenage, the only team winning at home currently. An interesting day. Right, certainly say things are going well but I know you're capable of even better. Because I have to say, it's not the greatest of performances, apart from DK exhibiting his superpower, not being the greatest. Genie's on a 6.2, and that's a little bit annoying reoccurrence now. And I have to say, Lopez on a 6.5 and nervous isn't the best thing to be having right now either. So with 2/3 of the game gone, we're going to replace the pair of them. Because realistically, they're the only two kind of underperforming at this stage. Everyone else now a 6.7 or higher. I don't know the way this highlighter started. Oh, in their box actually. There's been that few highlights. I completely forgot the flip of the pitch thing at half time. I swear I understand how football works. Something's happened here. I think someone's fouled. Yes, someone's fouled a Bristol Rovers man. The highlight didn't begin particularly well. Oh, they scored a direct free kick. Yep, that makes sense. Sure, why not? 1-1. Didn't even really get to see the foul in the first place. Don't really see a lot of that happen in this year's game. I've noticed how tired their right back is. Walker. Set pieces had me worried there. Oh, by the way, I forgot to bring in the table. We're 1 point behind Coventry at the start of this game, and we still are, which means they must be drawing as well. Bradford have nipped in this top 3 equation. Obviously, Wimbledon have closed the gap by beating us. Grimsby just slightly slipped off the pace a little bit, but they're still there, still around, and doing far better than they are in real life, I think. Morgan! Oh, that's... Well, this is annoying, because now he's the impact sub. 91st minute winner from Lopez, and now we could potentially have an 86th minute winner from Morgan. And it makes the question of who starts all the more confusing. That's, a brilliant instinct for Morgan there. Let's not lie. And we'll go off attacking because there's 6 minutes to go. Oh, we're going to see offside lines. Let's have a look. Oh, he's just on. Clearly this person here just playing musical statues, really, more than anything. And actually, as things stand, we go top. Can the last 5 minutes ruin that? I mean, we're not seeing a lot of highlights from this game, and if there's one before the end, it's going to make me very worried. Here we are. 1 minute to go. I do wonder if this is going to be an actual chance or an end-of-game highlight, because there's not been a lot of them in this game. And when the game itself doesn't provide a lot of highlights, we do sometimes see the end of game one. Holmes Dennis has gone in on Clark here, and he's already booked. It could be a last-minute red card. And after scoring the free kick, he's sent off. At the same time, it does waste time for us. Nice. Clark, whip this one in, son. I don't think I've made a third change. But Gonzalez, I think generally forgot about the third substitution, I think. Oh, I was great play keeping it in, but Manqua shifts that one forward. Gone back to their goalkeeper, and this probably is going to waste the time that we need them to waste. Frankly, yeah, it does indeed. And we finally get the better of Bristol Rovers. 1 revenge down, 1 revenge to come. That was a good win for us. Because it was indeed. Now, what happened to Coventry? They lost. Oh, yeah, they've actually gone down to 31. So they ended up losing in the 91st. What a comeback. What a 1-0 comeback from Scunthorpe. I feel slightly less bad about drawing to them now. But Bradford continue to be a little bit on a run here. Getting the better of Salford, who, of course, are our next opponents. And maybe hurting a little bit as a result. Clark has been sensational this year. Average rating in the league, 6.35. From 12 appearances. 3 stars. Not amazing. I mean, physically still pretty good. I just realised I'm still on the stream colour, so he does look worse than he is. Sorry, I got distracted by a news piece about Celtic beating Lazio, and I thought this was the same one where they beat Bayern Munich. That may have been in the stream save where I saw that one go through. Yeah, they beat Bayern Munich in the Champions League and that one, but they've drawn with Barcelona and beaten Lazio, which is not bad going. They did lose to Chelsea, in fairness. But Celtic continue to be pretty good in Europe all over my saves right now. In fact, they beat Celtic home and Lazio home and away. Well, here we go, and, well, this says everything, doesn't it? Not a single win for York in 3 appearances. Small was taken an extra 2 game ban for that 2-footed challenge, so unsurprising, but there we go. Realistically, whilst I didn't actually rest anyone in the interim, everyone's doing okay. A couple of the lower 90s, but we'll take it. Now up front, of course, we've got a bit of an issue. Do you go for the Legacy 7.5, last 5 just over 7, or do you go for the just under 7 Legacy, but now 7.3 over the last 5? Wasn't brilliant last game. I think you give it to the top goal scorer, particularly when you're at home. Now, of course, we've highlighted James Clark in this particular episode, but I just want to draw attention to Feistheimer on the other side, who, whilst not being brilliant, is at very least being consistently better than any other left back we've ever had. 6.89 for the season, 6.72 in the last 5, and yeah, just sort of hovering between those mid-sixes basically over the last 5 games. Not the best, but it's also not the worst. It's certainly not Genie levels of averageness anyway. But considering when the backup option to Genie is Bennett, I'd rather have a player who isn't necessarily putting in the greatest of performances, but at the very least has the skills, than a player who doesn't have the skills in the first place, in comparison. It's an awkward dilemma, left wing. At the very least, Feistheimer gets his backup in the form of Shao Nan on the 26th of October, because that's when he turns 18 and finally joins us. Yeah, but you forgot about that Chinese left back, haven't you? I nearly did. But yeah, same team as last time, Morgan starts. And I'm seeing a Premier League shirt in their lineup here. Deli Bashiru on loan from Watford. Again, still got the Premier League Southampton Stream Save colours on. And he actually looks good in those. Well, so, great. That's a good player. Pull out the media one. Yeah, go on, why not? And a highlight from the kickoff. Well, that's brilliant. This either means something brilliant is about to happen, or terrible, or it's going to be an incredibly boring game and we actually get to see the highlight kickoff. I said those words in the wrong order, but we'll go with it. Sibley, Dean gathers that one quite nicely. That's good gathering. Dean, outwards, Feistheimer, there we are. 2 players that we expect a lot of and kind of performing just sort of averagely so far. Feistheimer regathers that one. Good. Right then, Amankwa. Dean's not been brilliant, but he's not been terrible either. He's been very functional. Don't forget these are very young players in the first place as well. And it's still the first 6 months of their career. Oh, Morganson! I'm sorry. Did I just see a little tap around the goalkeeper? I'm sorry. I think I just saw something brilliant. Dean, forward to Nacelle. DK here. Lovely first of football. And, he taps it to one side. And he's gone round the goalkeeper. It is worth noting, I am on the public beta. You know, the one where they say they fix these things that have been plaguing us so far. And I have to say, these first 10 minutes of this game, we are seeing it looking quite good. Now, obviously, that's an isolated incident, and we can't say that's 100% fixed off the basis of one goal. But positive signs from this public beta already. I've certainly seen less one-on-ones, so at the very least, if they tweak the match engine to not show us as many of those incidents, then that's good in its own right, really. Because I think that might be part of the problem. Like, I think these one-on-ones were just happening all the time, but it was just the fact that the engine may have been considering them more of a highlight than they actually were. And if that's all they've done, then fine. It means we get less angry at seeing them so often. But if they can also score them a little bit more, that would be great. And Preston, which is a bit unfair, they've got an entire football team to take over there. And Kashket, oh god, this keeps going. He smashed the bar. There was like 3 different highlights in that one highlight. Any of those could have gone in. I'm looking at their side though, and their fullbacks are quite tired compared to ours. Not like we even rested our lads. But once again, a fairly highlightless first half you're seeing here. And once again, not a great day for home sides apart from us and Newport. What is going on? Well, in fairness, not a lot of goals in at all so far. Keep an eye on that Grimsby-Coventry match. Certainly I'm going to say exactly the same thing I did last time. It's going well, you're winning, but you could be doing better. Because we're in exactly the same situation we were last time round, actually. 1-0 at half-time, but with more of the game. And arguably, we should possibly be doing better off than that. Now, we've only had one clear-cut chance apiece. So, in terms of clear-cut chances and all that jazz, it's pretty even on that front. But total shots, possession, dominating. I say dominating. Possession-wise, we're dominating. Right, out to Kashket now. I do find it interesting that number 9 is out on the wing. Fevrier. Feistheimer just nabs that and hoofs it up to Genie. Good play, really. But Genie charges. Lovely through ball if he was onside. And, well, that's a one-on-one. He was offside. Sell. Lee Tao. And goes, oh, lovely play there. Nissel gets that one into the box. And that's why we do short corners. Because you can get chances like that more often out of them. Now, I'm looking at their right back being on 63%. Now, I do believe DK got the assist. I thought DK got the assist, but he definitely sort of made that goal at the beginning, at the very least. I think he laid it off to Lee Tao, who then laid it off to Dan Morgan. I feel like he should get a little bit more credit than he has. He's on a yellow card. Let's give him a little bit of time off. Suarez, on you come. Not seen him in a little while on an episode. And Genie's on a 6.6. I'm kind of reluctant to take him off when he's actually doing an alright game. I am looking at the tiredness of Clark a little bit, but he's not quite at a point where I'm going to bring Goys on because, well, physically Goys has evaporated. Well, Clark's just been booked, which is kind of going to force my hand in a moment, but in fact, it's going to force my hand now. 10 minutes to go. I'm going to get the tired player off. What is his physicals now? Oh, they're still the same as they were last time, but there was a moment in one of the matches you didn't see where I kind of felt like Goys was basically on 4 speed. The ease in which one of their attackers went past him was kind of worrying. Now, Nacel's a bit tired too. Yeah, go on then. Nacel's obviously our best player, but he's a bit tired and they've got a corner. Oh no, it's a throw in. Still just as... Oh, Thor's on the end of it. Never mind. This could be something for us instead. Coventry are slipping out of the top 3 entirely after their fantastic start. Morgan, Lee Tao. Morgan. Oh, he smashed the post. Thor's there to capitalise. Yes, he does. 2-0. And all with hope. Sealed. Yeah, let's not forget, Coventry are on 21 points after 7 games. The fact they've only gained 10 in the games since is very interesting form. Yeah, that was a wonderful rifle at that post there, and Thor in the right place at the right time. Not often he ends up on the score sheet, but he's on it this time. I'm still on attacking. I didn't come off it. Guys. Genie's in the middle. Oh, great save, actually. Great reflex saves, and Salford have basically made absolutely nothing in this second half. I think they've had 1 shot on target. Yeah, our second half performance was incredible. 7 shots on target to their 1 in that second half, I think. Tavares and Lee Tao both make 50 career appearances for us and in general. I certainly say, passionately, I'm very happy with everything, basically. That was a complete performance from us, which is something I don't get to say a lot on episodes, I feel like. I feel like you often see us at our worst. And I'm very lucky today to say you've actually probably seen us at our best. Yeah, so in the past 10 games, they've got 10 points after getting 3 from all of their first 7. That is horrendous form. Nice to see Bradford at the top, though, of course. Previous YouTube save there. Now, I have already decided when I want to bring you back. I want to bring you back for both of these cup games. We've drawn Blackpool kind of frustratingly in the FA Cup, a League One side. Although, apparently we are favourites despite that. Of course, we're now top of this division, so maybe less of a gap than it probably was when we got drawn. And then Oldham, of course, in our division. But we do need to get something out of this leasing.com Trophy North Group A game in order to progress in that competition as well. And as I do want to win that trophy before we are no longer relevant for it, I'm going to keep bringing you those games when they matter. Obviously, the first 2 group games, not that important, but this one matters, so I'm going to bring you it. So sorry, Accrington, it's only the 1 game in between, and you're going to get skipped. But yeah. Blackpool, Oldham. I'll see you for those shortly, but 2 wins and 2 revenges. More importantly, what a game he had. Well then, I think that basically just leaves Wimbledon as a bogey team. When do we play Wimbledon again? I feel like the game's written this story for me already. Well, at the very least, we're consistent in the way we lose to them. 2-1 every time. Wimbledon's the last game of the season. Oh, I couldn't even written that any better myself. But that's along my off at this stage. Blackpool, Oldham next time round. All the cups. I'll see you for those. Ta-ra.